Happy day, friends. Hope you're doing well. My name's Jankss. I'm not sure how many people want this, but this is a music review. Back when I was streaming, like, way more, I guess I don't really stream at all now, but back when I was streaming a lot, one of my favorite parts about interacting with chat and whatnot, when a new album or whatever, a new song, whatever would come out, we would talk about it. Like, that was one of the big things in the communities. We would always talk about music, and I always had a lot of fun sharing my opinions and getting other people's opinions on music I like, and also discovering new music that way. So I thought I'd bring it back, but here on YouTube instead. So welcome to Jankss's Positive Music Review. And this is a positive music review because, you know, there's no room for negativity, because music is often much deeper than just people's shitty opinions, and I think Jack Harlow shows that a lot with his new album Jackman, which is what we're reviewing today. Right off the bat, I just immediately want to say, go listen to the album if you haven't, and then come back to this. That way you can form your own opinions and everything on it, and then we can talk about it in the comments. But the first out of 10 songs is Common Ground. I like it a lot. I think it's a good song. I think it has an important message. Just the issue is, I think a lot of people are going to miss that. That sadly is just what happens with music a lot of the time. Moving right on, the second song, which I think is probably going to be the most popular off the album, at least right off the bat, called They Don't Love It. It's got a great beat, and it's just Jack Harlow doing his, like, confident, talk his shit like, I'm me and you're you, you know? Next song is Ambitious. It's talking about, like, his come up and kind of his story to how he's gotten to where he is now, and how things have changed, and just stuff like that. And it's cool because, I just want to sidebar real quick, Jack Harlow, I feel all of his music has been very just kind of like turn up shit, like talk my shit kind of music, you know? And this album, it starts off with a lot of that, but it does get into him just, I don't want to say like talking about real shit like he's never done that, but because obviously he has, all musicians do at some point, right? But it's just, I don't know, there's just something about this album that I like a lot. Anyways, the next song is That I like it. I've liked the whole album, so, you know, I'm a little biased, obviously, but the fifth song, Gang Gang Gang, my first couple listens to it, I was like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, this is weird shit. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but then I kind of understood a little more how he, like, kind of almost, like, explains it, I guess, in the second half of the song. It's a very interesting song, and I think a lot of people are probably gonna miss, like, what is actually happening there, but whatever. The next song is Denver. I've come to find that all of Jack Harlow's albums, my favorite songs off them end up being his, like, kind of like talk about what's actually going on in his head and like his feelings, I guess. Those are those songs that I've liked the most. And on this album, the sixth song is called Denver, and that is that song for this album, it feels. And I really like it. It's really cool because he literally talks about it in the song. He wrote the first half and the second half with like a 5 or 6 month gap or something. So it's cool to just see like the perspective change between the two verses. Moving on again is No Enhancers, just a cute song about like kind of about love and relationships, but also being like famous, and I don't know. I'm not famous, so you know, I don't fully get all that, but the eighth song is one of my favorites. It's called It Can't Be. It's got such a sick beat. It's like it for some reason reminds me of like, I don't know, like basketball or something for some reason, but it's good. It's basically just talking about how, like, all these people talk all this shit and they're like, he can't be this good of a rapper, he was an industry plant, or it's just because he's white, or like shit like that. That's the whole song, and I really liked it, actually. The ninth song, Blame It On Me, that song hit hard, just hit a bit different for me. It actually did make me cry a little bit. Not like cry, but like made me teary-eyed and everything. It's a good song, and if you have siblings, I think you'll probably relate to it. Especially if you're around my age, because I feel like a lot of people my age, in my like generation, we all kind of experienced the same growing up, the same childhood and everything. So I think that song's gonna connect with a lot of people my age. And then the last song, man, we are cruising through this. The last song is Questions, which is another super like, just like honest. This whole album just feels like kind of honest in a sense. Again, like the first few songs are just kind of still like turn up, but just kind of talking about just kind of how our brains almost control things. Like the song opens with, why do I treat my brother like he's not my only brother, and why do I have to treat my manager like I'm above it? Kind of just like either social norms kind of making you do a thing, or just kind of your brain being weird sometimes. And then he starts to talk about like relationships and stuff. And again, it's just an honest song. I'm not going to dive too deep into any of this stuff because I want everybody to kind of have their own opinions, you know, go through and listen to it. I also don't want to get in trouble with copyright, so that's why there's no actual music here. But if you guys want more of this, hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments. I want to talk about your opinions and stuff on the album. And maybe this is something that we could start doing more. Maybe I could start streaming again and we start doing this kind of stuff. But Anyways, overall, it's a good album. It's too soon to say like where it is for me personally on the list of Jack Harlow albums. It's good though. I like it a lot. Again, it's a very different album. It's more like real kind of. So I just really like that, and I'm excited to see Jack Harlow kind of come into that phase, kind of, because I feel like that happens with a lot of artists, especially in hip hop. They start off with just kind of like this turn up shit, like talk my shit, you know, like that's just kind of the vibe or whatever. And then they start to like evolve. Like Mac Miller is a great example in my brain because his freshman shit is so like Donald Trump. Go listen to that song. And then like the Swimming album, even the Divine Feminine, like both of those albums are much more melodical and like more music. But anyways, again, let me know about your opinions down in the comments because I do want to talk about this stuff because I love it. We also have a community Discord which will be linked down below. We can talk about it there too if you're interested. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Later.